I think that was kind of the plan too. If the 7 o'clock thing just ended up being goodish.
It's Friday, man. Come on.
It's Friday night. Saturday night's all right for fighting and gaming.
Mutual friend actually got me to try coffee, Richard.
You drank some coffee?
They gave me coffee.
What'd you think?
They pestered me so much that I was like, fine, give me some damn coffee.
What coffee, though? What was your first dip into the coffee cup?
It's however she drinks it, and I don't know exactly how that is, but before I even took the first sip, I'm like about to, as she's telling me about it, and she goes, oh yeah, and there's a shot of espresso. I said, you're giving somebody that's not a coffee drinker espresso? I was like, even I think that's a little crazy.
You don't drink anything with caffeine?
No. I mean, I do drink caffeine, just not...
Like sodas?
Yeah. What? Nothing with that much.
Why does Halo say Master Chief Collection?
Why does Halo say Master Chief Collection?
Why does Twitch say Halo Master Chief Collection? I updated.
Wasn't that the last thing y'all were streaming?
Yeah.
I saw y'all streaming that a little, and then I was pretty damn tired.
Murray says was not a shot of espresso, so there's already some arguing going on.
Okay. I don't know. I know there was espresso in there, so.
Just calling you a liar.
Edit settings.
But it was actually pretty good. It was non-offensive. Still don't know if it was my thing, but it
was the category. The category is still on Halo. Hold on. I know more people pick Just Chatting than Just Cause 2. Come on. All right, let's see if it updates. That drives
Just Cause 2 is very specific.
It updated immediately.
Okay. Yeah, Just Chatting.
Just Cause.
Somebody's going to be like, ooh, some Halo streamers. Ooh, these motherfuckers. This isn't Halo.
Congratulations. Be disappointed.
I haven't even turned on my Xbox, and I can't tell you how long. So everything probably needs a sizable update.
So you need to go ahead and power that on.
Yeah, I did for this, and it had a controller update. I didn't have a system update for some reason.
God.
But I wasn't able to. I knew the Brant. My red flag was I couldn't remote install. Like I couldn't push. Topspin. The free weekend for Topspin passed, but I couldn't put no more Airbud. I couldn't push the Topspin update remotely or download it remotely. I had to do. I had to come down and update the Xbox. Renee's here. We can officially start. We need Renee. Somebody's putting in an episode title already. Let's go. What is this first VGC ad? It's like Switch versus 3DS. Oh, they're comparing Luigi's Mansion. GameStop has Luigi's Mansion banners out front. I would not mind taking one of those when they retire them.
Who's your insider threat in GameStop now?
What's that?
Who's your insider threat in GameStop?
I don't have anybody.
They all left?
Yeah, I don't know anyone at GameStop.
They all professionally sell Funko Pops out of the locations?
Yes. Or Funko Pop adjacent materials. Brent, the individual who purchased a residence that you may or may not have played some Halo LAN party in, is that individual still employed by said company?
I don't know. I haven't been up to that specific establishment where they work. So I know the last time I had seen them, they were talking about maybe not
working there or residing there.
Working there in there.
Resided there much longer after. Yeah,
I think they were getting out of there.
So did the neighbors to that residence, though. So a lot of turnover. People are joining. Like, what the fuck's happening? Renee says, going to play Eternites. Race not starting until 8. What race doesn't start till 8?
He's on a NASCAR thing. He's watching the minor leagues.
Really?
Yeah.
Does Renee do F1? Is Renee our F1 gateway drug?
No, he doesn't do any of that. He's dipping his toe in the NASCAR with this one.
Okay.
And he's been playing the fuck out of Eternites. I don't know what the fuck that is, but he's literally been putting hours into it.
Renee's a car guy, though. He actually understands the nuts and bolts of all that stuff. I'm not mechanically inclined.
Gotta look up Eternites. I don't know what that shit is. Oh,
It's Nights
oh.
into
It
Dreams.
sounds familiar.
No, it's that visual novel type thing. In my head, I was thinking Nights with a K, like Knight.
Nights into Dreams.
Yeah.
Brant, would you like a new Nights into Dreams?
Yeah.
What does that look
sign
like
in,
for you?
Son of a bitch.
As we watch you enter your password live on YouTube and Twitch for the whole world to see.
I
Does it
don't
start
know
with 7?
why.
Is it 8? Does it start with 9?
Log in with your damn controller, and then I hit log in with controller, and then it tries
Brant,
to do this.
I
crap.
slid your TV out of the screen so you can do whatever you want to do. You're not public. It's just for me and Cesar's eyes.
Public. This is what you get.
When you mess
Karma
with
Police.
us.
No, Brand knows what I'm talking about.
We're just gonna
Police.
chill until 8 o'clock before we actually get going. Make sure everybody knows that.
No, we can't. We can't. No.
Renee says a YouTube creator
I'm
joined
just using
NASCAR.
my phone.
I started following NASCAR because of him. Interesting. We all have a gateway into NASCAR. I haven't found mine yet.
I mean, my cousin, her husband's big in NASCAR. I was, like I told y'all before, I was surprised. That's the only time I watched the race because he was watching it over my aunt and uncle's house.
Yeah.
He would rather watch the NASCAR than watch the NBA, and I was like, "What's happening?" He said he got done with the NBA when they were making these super teams. Like,
There's something for everybody.
LeBron and them.
I
all
actually
them were getting
respect
together.
that. I actually respect that.
He's after that, it was no fun for him anymore after that.
That makes sense. I could see the economics of that breaking a fan of NBA affiliation. Friend of the show, Mills had NASCAR 2000 for N64. And we would go to Sears Point, which all I remember is like the super windy course. We would start the race and immediately turn around backwards and try to do like a demolition derby type thing and see who could survive the onslaught of cars that were coming directly at us.
So who won?
It just varied. We just messed around with it. I wonder if he remembers that. I need to ask him and friend of the show, Russell, about their NASCAR 2000 memories.
You think he'll get him to buy a copy, buy him a PS5? Start talking about NASCAR on PlayStation.
You know what actually might convince him is one of his first PS2 games was Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
No, we talked about this. It's called Sly Raccoon.
Sly Raccoon, the European version. Is it Das Sly Raccoon?
No, is this Sly Raccoon?
The Deutsch version, the PAL German is Dash.
Well, I mean, I think you were right. I think Japan didn't get the third one, but Korea got all 3 because I went on eBay. They were like, you can get all 3 of the Korean versions.
Korea got all 3, but not Japan.
Yeah.
Why did Japan not get Sly Cooper 3? I need to know the answer to this. All right, you guys ready? Speaking of answers.
It's born ready.
I came to you for answers. I wonder if I could blur part of Brant's screen, but he's already pretty centrally located with the TV slide. I think he's good. Brant, you good?
Yeah.
Brant, you good? Good, Brant?
As Brent puts every known password known to man in there.
Yeah, I'm jotting them down. None of them have worked for me either.
I'm working on
Brant,
my
I'm trying them
phone,
for you on
so-
my side. They're not working.
Yeah.
When you mess with us. We lost Renee on YouTube unless he switched over.
This is what you...
Sing it, Cesar.
This is what you'll
Sing
get.
it, Cesar.
No.
Sing it to us.
Oh, but I think it was me here. Hold on.
Sing it to us.
For a minute there, I lost myself.
What is that instrument that does that like part right there? It's so good. Somehow they fade out that. I like whatever that thing is. I don't know what it is.
I can't.
Musicians. They're brilliant. They're way smarter than I.
There we go.
You guys ready? 306. Brant, is this right? Is the number right?
I don't know.
Brant.
Brant, go back and listen to last week's podcast, Brant.
Brant.
Gotta verify.
I know, but
Brant, listen to 1 through potentially 305 and make sure that number is numerically accurate.
You give Richard a 10,000 word report by the end of the weekend.
I can always just cut into that and...
it is right. I'm just messing with you.
Damn it, Brant.
It's pronounced Bourant.
Brant Baki. Our one and only. Our one and only. Brant Baki. My back still hurts. All right. You guys ready? Hit record.
Born ready.
Just checking, man.
Randall died. Oh.
He's on mute, but nice shirt, Brant. I dig that shirt. I missed that one. I really like that one.
All right, give me like 2 seconds. I know you keep asking.
I just hit record. It's fine. I just hit record. It's fine.
That's cool. That's cool. Dead air.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 306 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink. With the door slam. I thought he hit mute.
Not about our product placement on the stream either. So
You had to get the fuck out. What do you mean? Says this episode's brought to you by Dave Thomas or Topo Chico.
Yeah, both.
What'd you get in there? That freestyle machine could be hit and miss.
It was whatever was provided in the drive-thru because I had to get over here to record. So
yeah.
I had like a 20-minute break. I didn't feel like making anything, so I was like, let me hit up this Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's is my absolute favorite. Friend of the show, Merman.
Because I did lay in bed for like 20 minutes. I was like, I could take a 20-minute nap, and I was like, nah, it's a bad idea.
You took a 20-minute dump instead?
Sure, yeah.
Also satisfying.
Yeah.
Man, Brant got the hell on. Do we need to delay till tomorrow? What happened?
I think he's in the process of trying to get signed in, so I think he's probably looking for something.
Yeah. Two-factor. It's like two-factor on some old device from like 2012 he has to cut on. No, my Galaxy Tab 1 fired up with micro USB. I gotta find out what the password is on that thing.
All right. Go ahead and do your introductions, and one of us will impersonate Brant.
Is that how we're gonna do it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 306 of the NOFODcast. Most of us are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and Thievius Raccoonus podcast. Enthusiast? Thievius Raccoonist enthusiast? That's not bad. Podcast.
Yeah, that works.
Wait, who's that? It's one of my co-hosts. Where's the other one? Oh, there he is. There's Brant. Tonight. Brant, thanks for building the news. Tonight's news.
You're welcome. Episode 305.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. No, it's 306, actually. You actually numbered this one. Properly. For once. Tonight's news that you, Brant, built. We have your Summer Games Fest announcements from Jeff Keighley. Live from Jeff Keighley. Wait, who's this imposter? We also have your Xbox Games Showcase announcement. Is that right? Games Showcase announcement?
Yes.
Epic Store. There's the imposter. Epic Store database may have leaked some games? DB database. And we have your June PlayStation Extra and Premium games listed here later today for your enjoyment. We will discuss. I'm one of your hosts, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
What's up?
He's here. Brant, you sound different than you did when I kicked the episode off and you had some commentary. You may have to go back and listen to this one.
Yeah, we were singing Karma Police, and now I want to sing Real Big Fish. Everything sucks. So.
Okay, why is that? Is there something you want to touch on real quick? Do we take the recording down?
It's just the Xbox. It's just the Xbox.
So we assumed, Cesar and I assumed that it was tied to two-factor on like a Galaxy 1 from like 2010 or something. You had to run and go grab it. Mrs. Bergman actually had, what was that? I think it was the Galaxy 2 phone. It was marketed as the Galaxy 2. Very, very early on.
Before you converted her over to
She had a 3GS and I had a Moto Droid. A Droid Incredible, the HTC one. And then we both had some form of... Brant still can't log into his Xbox.
I'm in.
Oh, he's in. Okay. Wow. That looked like... I celebrate differently than you. That was...
No, he's more of his irritatedness and bullshit.
Yeah, it was stupid bullshit for some reason. It just wouldn't. It was just bullshit.
Draw on Grave says no noticeable difference between the first Brant and the second, the one that actually appeared.
Yeah, Brant wasn't here from when the first Brant was talking. So.
Brant, the FTC may be investigating your comments that were made previously, though. So be on the lookout for cease and desist. You may be able to print that out and put it on the wall. Did I go through the news? Newsmaster Brant McKee, he's here.
Yeah.
He's signing into an Xbox off camera. You can't quite see him on your view. I can. Cesar can. We're jotting down his passwords.
Update all the controllers.
He's switching his display type over to 1080p. Good job. Get all the P's you can, Brant. You paid for that TV. You get those P's. Also here, briefly filled in as the voice talent for Brant McKee. That is, of course, our resident page master and lore master, Cesar Concepcion II. Cesar, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Have you ever run into a Thievius raccoonus, like in real life?
I mean, I stared at a raccoon and it stared back at me, and I just kept walking after that.
Was it stare off?
I was like, okay.
So you both...
Didn't you have that raccoon like that was on the back porch and kept like setting off your cameras?
There was one on the roof. Yeah.
There was one on the roof also.
Yeah, it was just hauling ass.
I don't think that's
I had that video. I don't think I have that video anymore, but it was on.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Was it playing the sneaking theme as it did, or was it just hauling
now
ass?
You mention it, yeah. It just hauling ass because the light came on. It was like, whoa, get the fuck out.
Dun, 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 dun. You got, if you knock them out fast enough, though, the alarm won't go off. You're good. You can still make it out of there. The Thievius raccoon.
I just gotta get a fox and throw it on the roof.
Yeah, and shoot bazookas. The fox is
that, or should just throw a passive aggressive turtle at a.
How does? Yeah, the passive aggressive turtle that's supposed to be on your team, your teammate.
it's always talking shit about you.
Brant, how long has it been since you cut on that Xbox? Master Chief Collection hasn't had an update in a long time.
It's.
He said it was a while.
Oh,
yeah.
Brant, how big is that update?
He's been all up in that 360.
Yeah. Which plays all the Halo games already, right? 1 through 4. Yeah. It was the Master Chief Collection that Brant made along the way.
Yeah.
Master Chief Collection has a 27 point. No.
Yeah, they
600 gigabyte.
They fucked up something with that game.
27 gig.
It has to rewrite over every single time. They fucked up something with that. Something has been wrong with that game since day one. But it's definitely still there. And it doesn't sound like they're going to go back and fix it. They don't know a way to monetize that game, they said. So,
yeah.
I guess it's just out there as Halo fan service. Is that what we're calling it these days?
Yeah, you're just constantly playing cannon fodder and hopefully you survive.
Snipes. The stream was fun, though. We've got 3 hours of Halo content out there on Twitch. So, go watch from last Saturday night if you want to see some mildly entertaining Halo content.
As we keep going back and forth with which one that keeps jumping our teams.
Gutana.
Gutana. Yeah, Gutana was on our team and then came back to kill us. And...
Yeah. Brent, your video just bugged out. You're not doing password stuff anymore, right?
No, he's good.
Okay. All right, we're good. I won't fight with it. I'll let it do it.
He's updating every app he's ever owned on that console. It's like, here, download this Cuphead thing you need.
Bing Video. My most played game is Bing Video. Oh, Brent. I guess we'll get to Halo and games played. I feel like
we gotta remember that we played that.
Yeah, I feel like I had a segue there, but I'm drawing a blank now.
Yeah, showcase.
Brent's just running updates. Is that what we're going to? Yes. Lots of Halo news at the Xbox Showcase, the Summer Game Fest.
It was like at least an hour of that show was just Halo.
It's nonstop Halo. Cesar, the pictures from that Halo convention we went to are popping up on my feed. That was 5 years ago at this point. Does that feel like 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was because right before COVID started. Remember we went down there?
It doesn't feel like 5 years.
I remember sleeping in that dealer's room, man. That was like some of the best sleep I ever got in my life.
That was one of the pictures that popped up. We passed the fuck out. I propped that book bag up behind my neck.
Yeah.
I was out. We were charging all of our devices in that room, kind of getting away. What was the convention you sent me the picture of with the, what'd they call it, the sweat fog?
The Anime Expo?
Where is that at?
That's in LA, I believe.
So...
Every year I want to go to Anime Expo and I always hear horror stories. And then I was thinking about it this year because it's like some of my mangakas that are going over there, they're actually coming from Japan over there. And I was like, do I want to do it this year? And I saw that picture. It's like, I can't do crowds that big, man. I can't do crowds that big and compact. It just won't work. I'll be passing out.
Cesar sent me a picture and was like, nah, I'm probably not going to go this year. The poster was saying that, like the OP. And then right underneath that,
it was a Dark Souls. It said FOMO obliterated.
yeah,
FOMO.
FOMO obliterated, because it's packed with people. It's just this alleyway of people, like shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. And the first comment that the OP made was like, yeah, I think about the instant sweat fog that you walk into when you're amongst this many people at a convention. And I was like, what the fuck? Sweat fog? No. And then, but the pictures have been popping up from that Halo thing from 5 years ago. And we had the run of the place, right? We got on that Pelican Landing adventure, the escape room. We got kicked off the stupid Fire Team Raven, Fire Team Bravo. What'd they call that arcade thing?
It's an arcade machine.
Yeah, we played the 4-person Halo arcade thing, and it's like, yes, this is finally our chance. We've already paid for our pass. We don't have to put quarters in this machine, and they kicked us off after like 3 minutes. We didn't even finish a level. I was like, damn, this sucks.
That sucks.
But we didn't meet them, but we saw Steve Downs and Jen Taylor, Cortana. Like, people were in line to get their stuff signed, and we went through this historical thing, doing the history of the lore of the series and all that. Brent, you would have got a kick out of it. It was a lot of fun. It was a whirlwind.
Yeah.
It was me and Cesar and Russell flying to Orlando, for
one night,
walking from the airport to the convention center, not being able to drop off our bags.
No, yeah, we
tried to go to the hotel.
We got picked up by somebody in an Uber that spoke only Spanish, and then went to a Shoney's.
We did go to Shoney's. We destroyed that Shoney's. The Shoney was good as fuck, man. I had to eat, man. Boosh said notified this late. Okay, that's good.
Then we went to the convention center. And we couldn't check in the hotel until like 1 p.m. because we wanted to drop our shit off.
We had all of our shit.
We were there like early.
Yeah, they wouldn't let us leave our stuff. We had all of our computers and
it's
switches.
like you had to wait till like 1 or something like that. Remember, it was like wait in the afternoon to check in.
Yeah. Oh boy, we stayed at.
And then we walked like
inexpensive place.
We walked 60 miles to go to a diner that was like a Steak and
Shake.
Shake.
That place Russell had been to, right? And it was exactly like Stucky's. Did we go to Stucky's?
Stucky's, I think that's what it was. Yeah. It was a long ass walk, man. I was like, shit. So fucking hot, man.
We stayed, and I think our flight was like 6 a.m. or something. So we did all this walking, and we went and crashed at the hotel, and then we had to be up at the ass crack to make it back to the airport.
So we all sat separately on the plane. So I think we all tried to get on the game with was it
Mario Kart? We were trying to play Mario Kart on Switch.
I think Russell said he got in a room with somebody random. There wasn't any of us. I remember who it was. Yeah.
We were flying Spirit too. We should have been close enough to each other. We were jam packed in there, man. It was like body on top of body in there.
It's like Russell's cheap ways of getting flights, because Russell's like, yeah, we can go to Korea for $700. It's like, that flight's 31 hours. Dude, I'm not coming back. I was like, fuck that. He was laughing at me. I was like, no, I'm not coming back. I spent 31 hours to get to Korea. I'm staying in Korea. I was like,
I need a horizontal seat if I'm flying 31 hours. I need somewhere to lay.
He's like, there's layovers. It's like, man, I'm not coming back. I'm not. I know it's $700, but I'm not coming back. I'm not gonna go spend 31 hours to come back.
Is that the cruise he sent us? You fly away over there to Korea, and then you cruise up to Japan, and then
he's like the flight. Yeah, the flights are not that bad. I was like, it's 31 hours. That's the thing I saw instantly. I didn't even care about the price.
Yeah.
I paid the $1,200 to go one way.
I introduced him to Costco Travel, so he like dove straight into Costco Travel and was starting to price a whole bunch of crazy shit. All these cruises and trips.
Because that was from Seoul, Korea to Tokyo, Japan.
I mean, you visited everywhere in Japan. You went to Kyoto. You went to Mount Fuji was on there. Yeah. That was a kick-ass trip.
It's not that expensive either.
Brent, you have a passport?
No, I need to get one.
I mean, I'm still playing Mega Millions occasionally, so if I call you and tell you meet me at Waffle House, go ahead and schedule your passport. Go ahead and schedule your passport.
If you said Huddle House, then I know you won the Mega Million.
I say Huddle House is probably like the Powerball. Like maybe I'll buy your drink or your coffee.
So all right, so which one is which? That way I know. You don't have to even tell me. It's like, all right, we're going to Huddle House.
All my friends know if I call you up and I'm like, don't go to work tomorrow. Meet me at Waffle House.
Yeah.
I've bought out the Waffle House.
When do we use Huddle House though?
Legal advice.
Yeah,
that's what we were getting.
When do we use Denny's?
The divorce.
When is Denny's? I don't know. Where's Denny's on that list? I would say nowhere.
We had the one in Stockbridge for the longest. Remember?
Whew. That Huddle House, man. I still have nightmares about that Huddle House.
Hey, man, I'll never go back.
That was in the early days of the show.
Yeah.
Where would we all meet now? Would we be closer to that Huddle House or the Waffle House?
There's Waffle House just about everywhere.
Near
There
Branson,
wasn't.
like 600 miles south of Georgia.
600 miles south of Georgia. Yes, the Key West Huddle House.
No.
Brent takes like 8 hours to get to work to go work 8 hours.
8 hours back, 16-hour commute.
It's a full day. You just got to go straight to work when you get home.
Dad, where are you going to work? Georgia. Where's that? Oh, boy. Yeah.
All the way over here on the map.
You spin the globe. This spot. All right, let's get into the Summer Game Fest. This was, of course, and we're gonna try a new format here. So we're gonna go over the news. VideoGamesChronicle.com and Chris Scullion has conveniently compiled a running list of everything with hyperlinks. So we can literally go from start to finish and be done with the news, and then I say the announcements, and then I say we jump back into some highlights here and there. Unless there's like 4 or 5 big things here, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of... Oh. What are we missing? Something... Oh, this wasn't the... Okay, this wasn't what I was thinking of. That's the next story. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next story. So this was the Jeff Keighley hosted Everybody event, right? This is everybody but Nintendo? No Nintendo news in here?
Yeah, I don't think so.
This is a bunch of cross-platform type stuff here in this show. This is the normal E3 day one, maybe, type fest.
I mean, there's a particular Sony franchise that's coming to Nintendo.
That was shocking to me.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it's coming to the existing Switch. That is maybe the most shocking statement there. Unless that's more news later on. Not this week. Not this week. We don't have the Switch successor unveiling. So we're going to go through this, and we drop back.
It's going to be like way, way later.
Yeah. Or an upgraded, it'll be on the card and be a 4K version or whatever, like Paper Mario, right?
They'll just try to make another Pokemon Switch so Brant can play Pokemon Black and White again.
It's due. Is that due in the remake cycle?
I don't know. What was the last one? Diamond and Pearl? I don't know any of the lore.
It's been a while since they did one, right? Aren't they due for a... Yeah. I bet that's next up.
Looking it up now.
Before we get into the actual news.
No, just go. You don't have to wait on me.
All right, I'm going to run down this list. This is the Jeff Keighley. This was last... What day was this? Last Friday? Week ago?
I don't know. I don't know how time works anymore, man. Everything's a blur.
So this is the event the three of us attended live in the theater 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. We all went to this live show.
Was just maybe 2 years ago?
Was it 2 years ago? I'll go back.
We skipped. We skipped. No, we don't have to look it up. I mean, Brent was also wearing a Castlevania-based shirt at that time, so.
And then myself, you, and Russell, friend of the show, Russell, went to the one in the E3 of Dreams, the one with Shenmue and all those announcements.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yep, we were there at that one. All right, here we go. It was a 3.5-hour presentation, again condensed down by Chris Scullion and VideoGamesChronicle.com. Lego Horizon Adventures has been officially confirmed for PS5, Switch, and PC. Harry Potter Quidditch Champions dated and confirmed for PlayStation Plus Day 1. I missed that part in the story. Civilization 7 has officially been announced for 2025. Terry and Mai from Fatal Fury are coming to Street Fighter 6. Good crossover. New Batman Arkham Shadow story trailer confirms fall 2024 release. That is, of course, the...
Can any of us play it?
That is the MetaQuest 3 exclusive.
Can any of us play that game?
No, none of us can. Friend of the show, Russell, texted me. He's like, I guess it's time to play the Arkham games. And I was like, they run great on Steam Deck. And then I paused. I was like, or PS4, Xbox One, the consoles that you currently have.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws gets a brief gameplay teaser with more to come at Ubisoft Forward. Atlas shows new Metaphor ReFantazio trailer at Summer Game Fest. Digital Eclipse is making a new Power Rangers beat 'em up. This was my game of the show, I think I would say.
Yeah, that one looks really fucking good. Yeah,
it looks pretty
fucking
good.
Awesome. Horror film production company Blumhouse marks its arrival with 6 game announcements.
Holy shit! Yeah. I missed all. I mean, I didn't see any of the show. I was busy with life stuff. So.
This was a solid lineup. All these. Alan Wake 2 gets Night Springs DLC on June 8th and a physical release this fall. Multiple SKUs. StarCraft 2 dev David Kim's RTS hybrid Battle Aces debuts. And I believe got a demo right after that? Maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic X. Is it Sonic X or Sonic Cross? What are we doing going with that there? Sonic
Cross Shadow.
Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. I think that sounds better.
Or just Sonic Shadow Generations.
Sonic 10. Sonic 10 Shadow Generations gets an official release date. It's like Final Fantasy.
That'll work.
Yeah.
PlayStation exclusive content. Monster Hunter Wilds gets its second story trailer.
I also missed that. No, what the hell that
What,
is.
Sonic or Monster Hunter?
The PlayStation exclusive content.
I missed it too. I have no clue what that PlayStation exclusive content is. Some previews.
Is it the N Knuckles? Is it Sonic X Shadow Generations N Knuckles?
Yes, you put the disc on top of the other disc and you get the extra levels on top of that.
N Knuckles.
N Knuckles. Valorant is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S this year. Yeah. I signed up for the beta, so you guys, if I get in,
I saw you try to bully this in there. I'll just
play
it on PC.
The exclusive content for the Sonic Cross Shadow Generations is PS4 and PS5 versions of the game will include extended prologue animations with deleted scenes.
Sure.
So,
and that
there you go.
You saw that physical PS4 copies only in Europe.
I know they're doing that for Visions of Mana.
They're also doing it for Sonic Shadow Generations.
Oh, interesting. Oh, next up, New World Eternium brings Amazon Games MMO to console. I think the bigger news there is that Amazon Games will be publishing things for outside of their... That was a Luna exclusive so far, right? It was only available on that.
I don't understand Amazon Games other than the Tomb Raiders coming from them at some point. So,
Black Myth Wukong has been delayed for Xbox Series X and S. It still looks good, though. That gameplay looked really, really awesome. Pal World to add a new island, PvP arena mode, and more this month. So Pal World is expanding. Skate console playtesting launches this fall.
Feels like they've been developing this game for like 40 years.
I know. I feel like the new Skate has been rumored / confirmed for a long time.
Yeah.
Does anybody still care?
I think they announced it. Didn't they announce it the last time they had like a EA Play Days or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Like the last one they did. It's been how many years since that happened?
And I feel like since then they've made all the Skate games like backwards compatible on Xbox. Like you can go get your Skate fix if you need to. But that was it. The rest are like links to Day of the Devs and the Devolver Digital show that they did.
I was hoping you say Link to the Past.
I'm always down for Link to the Past. Don't threaten me with a good time. We'll pivot from this to streaming Link to the Past. I'm good with that.
Sounds good.
Now. Yeah, thanks for joining us this week. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
See ya.
If Cesar doesn't do it, we have to stay. No, if Cesar doesn't do it, we have to stay. We have to finish the bill.
Damn it.
We never decide which one we're doing, Super Nintendo or Game Boy Advance remake.
Super Nintendo. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll catch you next week. Bye. As God intended.
No.
We're not missing out on that Sony sound chip soundtrack. We gotta have the full. We gotta have that full soundtrack on that. God, what a good OST. I think my standouts were, of course, Lego Horizon Adventures looks drop dead gorgeous and incredible. It's a Lego game made in the Horizon universe from Sony's PS4 and PS5 franchise. Was this?
They're trying to get that franchise to take off, man.
Yeah, was this the rumored remake of the first one? Like, what was the whole? Is this the game? Is this the game that they thought might be that remake in the listings and stuff? Okay, so it's.
I don't believe so.
Is there a TV show coming?
Yes.
All right, here we go. So we're.
There's Amazon Prime show coming next year, I think.
We had The Last of Us verse. Now they're gonna launch fully into the Horizon verse.
Yeah, but Horizon's like their high selling game on PlayStation. I think last time we checked that franchise. I think that's why they're pushing it so hard.
Does that also include the bundles though? Like, wasn't it counting the complete edition that was included in consoles for a minute? And it's out on PC. Are both of them out on PC now? For Forbidden West?
Correction. Netflix is coming to Netflix.
Okay.
And no, the first one is not out. I think that's why they're doing No, they both are. Yeah, they both are.
I mean,
because they just West just came out. Remember, like a couple months back.
so you got a big audience for two of both of those marquee titles in the franchise.
I think that's why we discussed that we're coming out with the remake, which a lot of people thought was unnecessary for the first one, is because a TV show is coming to Netflix at some point. So
all y'all forgot that when the PS4 came out, we got Last of Us Remastered, we got God of War 3, we got all those games where people had skipped. They did not buy, they bought 360s instead of PS3s, and now they had converted to PS4s, and they picked up all those sales of all those remasters. And now they're tying them with successful TV tie-ins. So it's a double doozy on top of that. But the game looks great. It looks like it has that same Lego sense of humor. Could y'all tell if the voice acting was the same?
yeah, it's the same.
Aloy and
lady,
all, and the characters were
yeah.
the same. The Harry Potter Quidditch game was a surprise. I've got that for the original Xbox. I didn't think they were going to make a new one of those. That's interesting. And the fact that it's coming to PlayStation Plus. Civ 6. You got new Street Fighter characters. Star Wars Outlaws. I think I'm just kind of... That game looks phenomenal. I think it's one of those where I'm just like, I'll either get that day one or I won't, but I've seen enough to know what that game is, and it looks great. Very Uncharted-esque.
Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft, man. I might hold out this time.
Yeah.
Like 2 months, it'll be $39.
Also true. The new Batman Arkham Shadow game is exclusive for MetaQuest 3. That's kind of sucks. My opinion.
It sucks a lot. It also sucks that it was just a cinematic trailer and we didn't see any kind of gameplay. So
right. I could have thought, hey, is that an Arkham Knight trailer or Arkham City or one of the ones I didn't get to? Like that could have been. Yeah. And Brant, you just went through your Arkham phase, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's waiting there for Brant to eventually get a VR.
I hate that it's a MetaQuest 3 exclusive. Like nothing from that. It's just a pre-render cutscene, so we can't even tell. Like, could that run on a MetaQuest 2 or PSVR?
Probably
I'm sure it could run on PSVR too.
Yeah.
Metaphor Refantasio trailer definitely looks like a stopgap for the new Persona, right? It's gonna fit that niche for Persona fans. It looks good. Power Rangers. Did you like Shredder's Revenge? Are you also of the generation that not only enjoyed Ninja Turtles but enjoys Power Rangers? This game's for you.
There was an old 16-bit Power Rangers game, and one of them was a beat 'em up. I can't remember.
Was it the Genesis one?
There were two different versions of it, and I can't remember if it was the Genesis one was the beat 'em up,
and the fighting game was the Super Nintendo one.
The fighting game was suspect, if I remember right. Was not great.
Yeah.
Could we see a Power Rangers collection off the heels of this one, akin to the Cowabunga collection that we got for the Turtles?
I mean, Hasbro owns that license, so I mean, it's not like it's dying somewhere.
Digital Eclipse, man, everything they fucking do, I'm in love with, and the care with which they treat the property and the compatibility and where all those those games are available everywhere. They come out for everything, so that's always a plus.
All right, we had it backwards. Beat 'em up with Super Nintendo, and the fighting game was Sega Genesis.
That checks out. The superior game,
the Sega CD.
Superior game would be on the Super Nintendo.
They said the Sega CD version is a full motion video based QuickTime event game.
Like Batman Returns, like the driving sections of that one. I wonder who developed that one.
It says it was developed by Auron Technologies, published by Sega.
I've got no clue on Auron Technologies.
Gameplay requires the player to press certain buttons at a precise moment throughout the game as they appear on screen.
Okay.
If the player misses, the health meter will drop.
So it was like Sewer Shark or any of those other FMV type things, or Dragon. It's basically Dragon's Lair, right? The animation's playing out on screen. You got to hit a button at the right amount of time to make the character do the right thing. Yeah. That Blumhouse collection looked really good. Who was that director that they trotted out there?
Probably Jason Blum.
What is he known for exactly?
Blumhouse.
Which is what? Give me some. I have no context to that whatsoever, but I know it was a big deal. Everybody's freaking out.
Almost every horror movie you can think of, like Saw and all that stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's been produced by him.
That makes sense. So
Paranormal Activity.
I like those.
Let's see. He did The Purge, Not Safe for Work, Mockingbird, Mercy, Ouija, Unfriend, Boy Next Door, Visions, The Visit, Curve, Jim and the Holograms, which is random.
I was about to say these
The
are almost
Bell.
all one-word movie titles. Yeah, Drawing Graves as horror. So I gathered that
Yeah.
from the games that were showing off. But those look good. Like one of them was like a PlayStation 1 looking game, and it looked pretty spooky.
But he's just very famous because he does like low budget horror films that make like 100 million. He probably put like 20 million to make them or less. So
Yeah. I mean, anything else from that lineup you guys want to touch on? Like, Valorant looked like something we might at least try out and stream some of. I've always been jealous of it only being on PC, so I did sign up for that beta very, very quickly. Probably within the first 5 minutes to make sure I had.
I know you hammered us with photos.
Mm-hmm. But do y'all want to touch on any of these other ones? It's great that Alan Wake 2 is getting a physical release. That was something people were clamoring for a long time, and I waited for. I don't have a copy yet.
Just skip out on the Xbox One.
Day one download. The full game will be on the PlayStation 5
Yeah.
copy, but not for the Xbox version. Just FYI.
They still have not moved to Ultra HDs on the Xbox One.
Why?
Man. It doesn't make sense to me
Why?
because that game is not even a standard Xbox version. It's a series only, so I mean you would just use the Ultra Blu-ray.
Why?
I don't understand that.
And the
but
machine can
whatever.
play it, right? It's no sort of
it plays
firmware
Ultra
update.
Blu-rays,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
already natively there. Shit, the 1S did that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's are we wrapping up that one?
Yes, sir.
That's it for the Xbox. That's it for the Summer Games Fest show. Now onto the Xbox Games Showcase.
It's probably their best showcase in years.
Gonna agree with Cesar.
I'm trying to think of last year was good. I think this one topped last year.
Cesar,
so.
we watched that E3 together where a bunch of stuff had leaked, and we were really just watching to see if it all got confirmed, right? Gears, Master Chief Collection,
Backwards compatibility.
Rare Replay.
Rare Replay.
Yes, that was the E3 of like, okay, this is legit. This Xbox product is something we want to purchase.
Tomb Raider: Rise of the Tomb
Yes,
Raider.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, which was also coming for 360, but that looked phenomenal on Xbox One. I would say this is up there with that quality type of show. This was Xbox bringing their A game. This was all the studios, not all the studios. It was Bethesda heavy, right? But a lot of the things that we have talked about Xbox needing to show or present from the various studios they've acquired and things that we've known were in production or development, and we needed an update on. We got it.
A lot of partner studios too, right? Yeah, a lot of good partner studios. A lot of good partner stuff, you know.
It really was. This was a super strong show for them. It was awesome. I thought it was very solid. We can do the same type format here.
I got you, buddy. I got
yes,
you.
please
2 hour
do.
show.
What's that?
Yeah, it was two hours.
It was a
I didn't watch
2 hour
any
show.
of it either. Yeah.
It was. I watched all of this and was impressed with it most of the way through. I would see something that didn't quite strike my interest. That's how things are. I'm like that with all the shows, but then I would walk away for a second. But
Damn it, Brand.
Through it was solid.
So we had first off they started the show with Black Ops 6, and we'll launch with 16 multiplayer maps new, and then 2 new zombies maps. And this one's going to be available on Game Pass day 1.
Game Pass day 1, all that stuff. And Phil Spencer stressed that everything was available to everyone all at once. So I'm assuming like the content packs, the map packs, whatever.
None of the weird modes that we had in the last couple ones that were exclusive to PlayStation for like a year or something like that.
Right.
Which made it useless because the next year you already had a new Call of Duty. So
yeah,
which kind of sucks. So
Cesar, don't math so hard there with the whole 12-month thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then you had another Bethesda title here, Doom. And the Dark Ages was announced, and I think they confirmed on Twitter later that it was coming to PS5, but they announced it for PC Game Pass, Xbox. I think everything they kept on brand for the show, and then they clarified what was moving out afterwards later. You had a State of Decay 3 finally reappeared.
I didn't know it was announced 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yeah. Let me. Chris Golian also came up with this list here. Let me give him.
I've never played any State of Decay. Are they? Cesar,
I played State of Decay 2.
Is that the when we played the first one? No, did we not play that co-op? What zombie game did we play co-op?
Back for Blood. It
wasn't that. It was older than that. We were like jumping on top of trucks and box cars and stuff.
You must have been high. I don't remember that.
I need to look that one up. Maybe it was a State of Decay. Have you ever played a State of Decay game?
State of Decay 2.
No.
I'll look it up later. Don't worry about it.
I'll let
State
you,
of Decay 3 is coming anyway, so it was a long like zombie trailer.
Yep. Starfield story expansion Shattered Space gets a trailer but no release date. I think the rumor was the year? September.
It's $7 for one mission or something like that. I saw some hot story breakdown. Kotaku or somebody said Starfield wants you to pay $7 for one story expansion.
We'll see how that turns out. And then you had the hotly contested Dragon Age: The Veilguard, which surprisingly comes out this fall.
What was a hotly contested
launch window?
Oh, because it was all CG trailer. Some didn't look too hot.
Some people don't like the new art direction. I guess I think they're all waiting for like the live gameplay type stuff. So I guess it's very drastically different from the original ones. You know me, I don't give a fuck long as the story's good. So
yeah, and this wasn't it's 2 hours long, but you didn't have a deep dive on any of these games. You had here's this game. It's either an update on what you already knew, or it's gameplay that you've never seen before. Like Perfect Dark's coming up, and it's gameplay from Perfect Dark we've never seen. So it wasn't none of these were a deep dive. They weren't like who does it where they the Call of Duty one that followed this. It was a Call of Duty Direct, whatever you want to call it. It was just all about Call of Duty, and they do this with various games, and this was not the case with any of these titles.
I think they did one with Metal Gear because I think whatever they're doing, their marketing deals with. So they did one with Metal Gear,
right?
Solid Delta later. They did certain ones.
So fucking good.
So then you had South of Midnight gets its first gameplay
which
trailer.
Looks so fucking good. This game looks amazing to me. It's got like a Cajun Bayou type feel with like a stop motion animation. I sent it to
giant catfish.
Yeah, the giant catfish, the giant gator.
I mean, this one might appeal to Bram with the whole. It looks kind of like an Infamous type thing. Yeah, like it might have came from the Infamous world. But
I sent it.
Not gameplay wise, but the art direction looks like Infamous. So
I sent the trailer to a friend of the show, Jeremy. He said the stop motion reminded him of that Turtles Mutant Mayhem, whatever the last movie was. Like how it just the flow of it and stuff. I think it looks beautiful. I loved how the character would like clear, almost like Twilight Princess. She would clear an area and the color would come back to the area, like flowers were blooming and all that sort of stuff. It's just high polish and charm in that game is what it looked like.
Then we had Brant's favorite game, Fallout 76 Skyline Valley. Not Skyline Chili, but Skyline Valley. That launches this week. Hey man,
Skyline
I've had it.
Chili.
It's good. I don't think it's that
Yeah.
great, but I've had it before.
Y'all going to my neck of the woods now.
Yeah.
You're from Cincinnati?
Then you had
Ohio.
Oh, Brant lore. I wasn't aware of this.
great state.
Definitely his neck of the woods.
Then you had World of Warcraft: The War Within. I guess that would be more of a friend of the show, Russell's Fair. I have yet to play a World of
The
Warcraft.
whole time I watched this, I was like, "Oh shit, it's coming to console. This is gonna be fucking huge." And then right after the thing, it was like PC. I was like, "Okay."
Not yet. It's too soon. Too soon. Then we had Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater gets his first story trailer.
It looks so good. I won't say I teared up during all this, but I remembered those bits from that game, and it just heavy nostalgia.
I do have some issues with some of the lighting in the game, but it's neither here or there. There's still time for them to clean it up. So there's some stuff like it. I think they need to go back and put some of that aesthetic in there that Kojima was pretty good about adding.
Did we get a date for that one?
I think the pre-orders for the collector's editions leaked out, and they were saying some sites were saying November this year, and then some are still saying next year. So no, it's probably like our Suikoden collection. I just don't believe it's real until I see it. So.
Where is that thing?
I just remember they pushed it back like, oh, no date, and we haven't heard a damn thing from it since. So kind of hoping we see that here somewhere, but fuck it. We're just game of the show. Perfect Dark gets his first gameplay trailer, but doesn't have a launch window.
I'm in, man. I have high hopes. But what is Perfect Dark now? Our last one was in 2005. It was almost 20 years ago.
That was the best one.
No. No, actually. Live correction on that. No, it wasn't.
The PS2 version or the OG Xbox version they ported over?
Yes, that is the definitive way to play that game. A phenomenal way to play that game.
Then we had Fable gets a gameplay trailer with a release window, and then later on we got a notification that Eidos Montreal is helping with the
That
development
was
of this
interesting,
game.
right? What an interesting crossover. Friend of the
I'm
show,
sure
Mermy is going to be excited about the Fableage. I tried to get them to watch
it looks good.
as soon as Fable was coming.
Yeah, it
on.
looks good. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 gets a release date. Was it sometime this fall? I think.
Had a whole bunch of updates like crop dusting and fire rescue, water rescue, those sort of things. So I started getting at crop dusting.
Crop dusting.
After Nom, I got into crop dusting. Oh, commercial flights were big on here too.
Yeah. Another trailer for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, still set for 2024. It looked good.
Did you watch that?
Yes, I saw what was ever posted on Twitter later.
The tone was just like the movies. The tone was so good.
He sounds just like Harrison Ford, man.
It's very close. It's very close. But the humor and the attitude and everything I think they nailed it. I have very high hopes for this. Indiana Jones looked awesome.
Not just Diablo 4, the Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expansion launches in October.
Diablo.
That's coming to everything.
The Diablo.
Is that coming to Game Pass? Do you get that expansion automatically in Game Pass?
I believe so.
Probably.
I don't know if they had. I had to watch the trailer because they were putting at the end of the trailers of what was coming to Game Pass. As Richard looks up for a live correction, the other one was Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It is a new turn-based RPG inspired by French art.
That looked good.
So that was like that was a nice look at a console RPG.
Yes.
You know, something different.
Turn-based, which is not common now.
I mean, the last turn-based RPG that we had that had like flair and style was for what, Persona 5.
Yeah.
It kind of changed up the game.
Yeah.
For a while.
You're right about the style. This one oozed of style.
Yeah, this would hopefully inspire people to maybe make turn-based RPGs.
They sell. Again. We'll buy them.
New Assassin's Creed trailer shows first look at gameplay, which oddly looks like Ghost of Tsushima on some of those parts. So, interested in how that's going to turn out. Xbox has announced a digital-only Xbox Series X. Sure. They announced three new consoles? The white one? They did. 1 terabyte. Yeah. Another S? Or is it the same S as already out? I can't tell.
It's an X all digital. It's a X 2 terabyte with like the Galaxy disc. That's a disc one.
That like I just gave somebody glitter and they just threw it on
basically.
There. And it's like,
but I think
that's what it looks like.
I think it's a 2 terabyte one. I think that's the kicker. And then
it's like $5.99 or something like that. It was super expensive.
And then the S 1 terabyte maybe. Yeah. But
I think the 2 terabytes limited. I think it's only very limited. They said.
Yeah.
So.
But there's a chance there's a holiday sale or something you can pick up one of these new exclusives with. They teased. I thought the handheld was going to be announced. I thought it was coming.
No.
And then at the I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but it's not in the news part here. But Sarah Bond was talking about game preservation. I'm like, yes. What's that news? Tell us. What's the new?
Yeah.
She just said we're dedicated to game preservation as part of our future plans.
All that is they're putting out those games being playable in a PC format. That's all that's going to be.
That's fine. I accept that as game preservation now. I guess it's fine. Make it available on a platform I can purchase. Right.
I don't know why this is next. It should have been last, but whatever. Gears of War E-Days, a prequel told through the eyes of Marcus Phoenix.
That trailer got me.
Yeah.
I've played all those campaigns with Cesar actually, and I start hearing Mad World, and it's like, okay, it's a slowed down, like bizarre piano-ish version of Mad World, and then I'm like, I think that's Marcus. That's not where Gears 5 left off at, but okay, and he's got his like his headband thing, and he's fighting a locust still,
and he's not very good at it.
No, he's getting his ass kicked.
New at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a throwback or is this a flashback sequence?
I mean, there was no Marcus with Gray in, so we instantly knew something was off.
And he wasn't talking about his tomatoes. And then did he lancer the locust in half?
Eventually.
The house starts falling in, and an arm reaches down to save him, and he looks up, and it's Dom. And I'm like, holy fucking shit.
Dom.
That one got me, man. Between
Perfect Dark,
Snake Eater, and this Gears of War E-Day, as Cesar's going to tell you the full title, which is, of course, when the Locust came up from underneath the ground. But this pulled at the... it was everything but Halo. We got everything but Halo from House Xbox.
And it definitely looks like it returned its roots of horror.
It looks so good. That tone and everything was fantastic. I love that universe and those two characters specifically so much.
Then we had a new Avowed story trailer. That still looks really, really good. It's coming 2024. I think somebody leaked it for October? I think I can't remember what it was. And then they took it away.
It's October.
Yeah. So I don't think that's final, but somebody had made a comment that I don't think it matters anymore with these. They said because most of these Microsoft's really big on doing digital only anyways at this point, so you don't have to worry about planning ahead. You can just drop shit when it's done. You had a Life is Strange double exposure. Sees the return of Max Caulfield, which I think was the original heroine from the first game. So this is not done by, I think, Dot Nod. This is done by the creators who did the last one, which was True Colors. So
yeah,
we'll have to see if that turns out well. Fragpunk is a unique card-based tactical hero shooter, and that comes to Xbox and PC in 2025. That one looks really good. From the trailers I saw of it. We already confirmed that Eidos Montreal was helping with Fable. We have Russell's new game of the year, which is Age of Mythology Retold. It's coming to PC and Xbox in September.
I was trying to figure out that whole trailer, what that game was. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's the whole Age of Empire type thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then we already had Activision confirms that Black Ops 6 content is available with each Game Pass tier. So that means it's also going to be on Core. Extended gameplay looks at Avowed and Metal Gear Solid Delta are coming this week, and they've already done that. And then Black Ops 6 will require a persistent internet connection for all game modes.
Not shocking.
Yeah, I think we'll have to see what's on that disc, because I've stopped buying Warzone games physically.
There's no point.
I usually just wait till it's like the digital one on sale for like $39 and jump in. But
there's no point unless you really want that campaign. The campaign trailer and stuff look really good though. With I
think the last year was the one that didn't have campaign on disc. I think they confirmed that the campaign's not gonna be on disc on this either. So yeah, I think it's just a CD key at this point.
So. In 10 years, we'll buy Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Campaign Classic for $10 on the Xbox store.
Warzone, I actually bought Modern Warfare 3 because it was on sale so fucking much. I think it was like deal for you, and I think it was like $39. I just went in and fucking bought it. So.
And it gave you a boost on XP and stuff for when we were playing.
Yeah. Well, whenever we play again, maybe one day. And I think that wraps up everything on your Xbox Game Showcase. Really good show. Really good show.
It was phenomenal. They did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of speculation, a lot of doubt over the past 2 years. I would say 2 years with Xbox. And we finally saw a tangible representation of what's going to be available on that platform. We're like, okay, I'll cut this on for something outside of just Master Chief Collection or Halo Infinite, which are also available on PC. So I guess that's not a compelling argument either for some people.
Then we had Brent's favorite leak of the year. I'm throwing Brent in the fire because he can't correct himself. He's muted himself. An Epic Games Store database may have leaked many unannounced PC games. This is from Tom Ivan of VGC. Thanks, Tom. Recently, Epic Games Store had gotten their equivalent of which is SteamDB, which they call EpicDB, which is now offline for obvious reasons, which basically lets you see things that have updated recently in the Epic Games Store. So you got a peek of stuff. I guess companies are normally wait till a game is closer to release to update it in there. And I guess since this wasn't out on the Epic Game Store, they're careless.
Yeah.
So EpicDB leaked out some games that may or may not be coming out. So they had Saber Interactive's page included a listing for a Turok game. The only one we haven't had release is the PS3 361, which is the remake, which I would believe that would probably be the one that's coming out because it's owned by Disney.
So all of them are out, like Rage Wars and all that stuff. They're all in that.
1, 2, and 3
1,
are
2, and
out
3.
from the N64 era,
Okay.
and then you have the GameCube and the PS2 one that's not out yet.
The cube.
With antimatter cube.
What was that one? That's Turok Evolution, right? And then the reboot for PS3 360 was just Turok.
So Turok Evolution and then the reboot are the only two I think that are not out. I would think, and the reboot was the one that was published by Disney. I would see that be the one coming out since they're giving out the licenses to everybody.
Cube.
Gravity Cube.
Gravity Cube.
So was that 4-player
SNK
split screen?
It was.
All right. Next time we have a get together, we need to all do that with the Gravity Cube.
We did that last time. I think Brent was there.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we already did.
Was it 4 people?
Yeah, Brent was there.
We need to stream it. We need to stream it for the fans.
Brent. I think Brent and Renee was there.
Yep.
Also true.
And we had tacos.
We did
tacos. It's been a while.
And it was not on a Tuesday. All right, and we also had SNK had Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, which is that their turn-based one? Is that what they ended up calling that one?
Thank you.
You got
is that the
Paradox
name of the turn-based one?
I don't remember.
I don't think
I remember
so.
that they finally got announced, and that was
no. I think that one's just called Metal Slug Tactics.
Metal Slug Tactics.
Yeah, this is a different Metal Slug game. Thank you.
Then you had Paradox's listed Project Batman, whatever the fuck that means. You had mystery product listings include PlayStation's Utah, Rockstar Semla, and then Square Enix's Momo,
which is supposedly Final Fantasy 9.
Which is interesting. I mean,
yeah.
As Brent knows, Momo is Japanese for Peach. So,
what does that have to do with Final Fantasy 9?
Don't know. I just know that's what Momo means. Garnet's Peach. All right. Users who explored the site in further details, enabling them to uncover clues, including file sizes, DLC names, suggested that these could be code names for anticipated PC versions of The Last of Us Part 2, which makes sense with the Utah because I think it's around that area in that game. Red Dead Redemption and Final Fantasy IX Remake. The PC version of Last of Us Part 2 Remastered has been sitting fully developed for more than half a year. A highly reliable leaker recently claimed. I guess they're holding out until that Season 2 comes out, which should be soon. So,
is it Bibble-kun on Twitter has come out and said a bunch of this stuff is like old project names and such, and is maybe not as reliable as... It's not the bang up like 100% confirmed since then as the GeForce Now leak, but
I mean, what's pretty much had their fucking names on there.
Yeah, essentially
instead of this code name.
Yeah.
For all we know, PlayStation's Utah come in Infamous 4. So,
Brand, are you okay with that?
Very okay with
You're
that.
the Terror of Salt Lake is in Infamous 4. Oh, is that it for the Epic Games potential leak?
Yep. And then we'll roll right into Richard's PlayStation blog update of the week.
Brant, bring us home. Give us those game catalog titles.
So we have our PlayStation Extra and Premium offerings for this month. So starting with the Extra tier, we're
extra.
We read all about
have Monster Hunter Rise for PS4, PS5.
Yeah, are we all jumping on that together? We're finally doing it.
No, fuck Monster Hunter. That's been my campaign platform since like 2004.
How many times have I picked up a Monster Hunter game to be like, no, this just isn't my game? Football Manager 2024.
Is this the one we're all finally jumping on together playing?
I haven't played 1 through 2023.
Crusader Kings 3 for
PS5. How many corner kicks do you think I can make in that game if I'm a football manager? How do you keep telling them to do corner kicks?
Corner. But it's a goal kick. Corner. Do we need to play Crusader Kings 1 through 2?
Probably. It would help.
Sure.
All right. Let me warm up for this. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 6 for PS4 and PS5.
Do we need to play it?
Video game.
Monster Energy Supercross, the official video games 1 through 5.
I think they gave us 3 for free or something like that.
Is that Chris Evans on the box art?
I think we got an older one before.
Is that Captain America on the box art? In the fourth?
It's like Andrew
that almost
Luck.
Looks like it.
It looks like Andrew Luck on the bottom. Do we we played Avenger Lux in the game?
Oh, he left football for
Motocross.
Murphy says Monster Hunter World is amazing. We're all missing out. Murphy, show us the way of Monster Hunter.
Murphy, I've got it. I don't know what these fuckers.
I own it too. I got the Iceborne one. Monster Hunter sucks.
You got it because it gave it to you. That's the reason why.
I think I paid $10 somewhere. I've got it for PS4.
I got them all.
Isn't that Capcom's best-selling franchise or
I even got
best-selling title of all time?
I even got the Monster Hunter Freedom 2 over here that Richard disowned as we sat there and cooked meat and we're like, what the fuck did this game even do?
I thought we played. Oh, it was a PSP one, wasn't it? Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
at. Do
at.
I have that one? Should we play that again?
No. No, we play Rise.
Just cooking. Cesar and I are just spit roasting some meat. Best game ever. Trade this in. Get something else.
Next up, I believe these are the PSVR titles that are being offered here. We have After Us for PS5. Anno 1800 console edition. Okay, so maybe not. I thought there were. Maybe they're down toward the bottom. Okay, yeah, there it is. They're down
Brent's
there.
like, there's more to this. I'm just not sure.
I got ahead of myself. I thought one of those was the VR title. Police Simulator. Patrol officers
I was hoping for Police Knots, and you said
Police
Simulator.
Knots.
I was like,
not gonna lie, you had
Police
us
Knots Simulator. Police Knots Simulator.
Cesar Murphy wants you to play Monster Hunter with them.
I can. I think I have Rise and I have the expansion.
Stream it.
I have it on PS5, PS4, and Switch. Just name your console.
Stream it, you cowards.
Let's see. Then we have Far Cry 4
That's a big
for
one.
PS4.
Yeah, it's a big one. Oh, it's a re-release, they say.
Then we have Lego The Hobbit for
Hobbit.
PS4.
Is that the one you just bought, or was it Lord of the Rings?
I got Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you got the
bad
Lord of the
box
Rings
copy.
not too long ago.
Damn it.
Lego The Incredibles for PS4. Okay, now we get into our premium offerings, starting with the PS VR2 games.
That's what Brent was
as
waiting
well
for.
as the classics. We have Kayak VR.
Of course.
Mirage,
The Mirage.
where you
the Mirage is you never
kayak.
leaving the kayak. That's the Mirage.
But you're not playing Assassin's
yes,
Creed.
pretty much. And of course, they do make a note on the PlayStation blog here. This does require PSVR 2 and PS5 to play, just in case you had any thoughts otherwise.
Couldn't hook up my PSVR 2 to my PS4.
Then we have our classic offerings, starting with Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy for PS4, PS5. Ghost Hunter for PS4, PS5.
That's an expensive game on PS2. You're looking at least $70 to $80 for this Namco published title.
Developed by was it Liverpool, London studio?
And last, but certainly not least, we have a PSP title, Daxter, PS4 and PS5.
Friend of the show, Buish, just played through this earlier this year and beat it. Played all the way through Daxter.
Richard was very very excited about it. He said it's a new Jack in a Box, that PlayStation is.
Yeah, give us more of these titles. Daxter's been stuck. Daxter's been stuck on PSP, right? Since...
I mean, yeah. The only thing we got left was Secret Agent Clank. That's it.
Yeah.
Secret Agent Clank is the last PSP platformer, maybe.
Ready to see these this emulator applied to a bunch of other titles that we may or may not already have purchased. That would be ideal. Is that it? Are we caught up?
I don't know. Brent's got like 600 gigs you got to download for the other game.
This was a news show.
There was something else. Let me see if I can find if there was any news off of it. I still haven't watched the trailer myself, but the Lollipop Chainsaw Repop actually got a trailer yesterday.
It's coming out soon.
It looks exactly like PS3 and 360.
Yeah.
I don't see much of an upgrade unless it's like frame rate and stuff, which is fine. Just make
and
that
September release date. There we go.
Soon.
Yeah.
September 25th, 2024. PS5, Xbox Series consoles, Nintendo Switch, and and PC via Steam.
The Switch part is throwing me like, why are these games still getting announced for Switch? I see them and I'm like, why? Why does this happen?
So those things are gonna get fucking updated.
Yeah, we're hoping so. Any other one-off adjacent to the? We still haven't had our Nintendo Direct. That's usually this mid-June thing. But didn't they say it was coming? Didn't they say there would be the normal June announcement thing?
Yeah,
that's what they always say.
I thought I saw something along those lines.
I think it's supposed to be one for the rest of the year since the new console's been pushed back to next year, or it releases next year. Let me not say pushed back. So.
Yeah. Can't be pushed back if it was never previously announced.
Yeah.
The new Sony methodology. Somewhere in there.
I mean, technically they're right, unless you listen to insiders. Like, well, internal tracking says.
Those were the same people saying we were getting the 4K Switch instead of the OLED one, right? 4K,
oh,
4K Switch is coming.
The half step.
Mm-hmm. Still, we got the model, the OLED models, the half step instead of the rumored 4K one.
I mean, Brand, do you still have not owned an OLED model yet? Or do
Nope.
you have an OLED model Switch?
Slept on the OLED.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well at this point, just until the new artwork comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Just wait.
Just wait. Even though it's supposed to be a LCD panel again, so.
Just wait longer.
And I'm about to say, then within probably another 2 years, they'll have an OLED model.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Hopefully OLED TVs are lower in price and by that point, and then you can just go that route instead of having the handheld route. Just make with the LCD for a while. Snafu Certified Stud Muffin in the chat says, why is this? Why is what, Snafu? Welcome, Snafu. Are you a spammer? There's a good chance. But we didn't get some crazy link about click here for viewers. Like we usually do.
Oh, I must have them blocked because I don't even see Snafu. Or was it?
Oh, really? It was a YouTube comment.
Oh, it's YouTube. Yeah, that'd be fine.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Not our usual Twitch army of spammers. Games played. We ready? No more news. We're set. Games played. So last Saturday, there's a stream up. It's 3 hours of Old Man Halo, as we like to call it.
Yep.
Myself, Cesar, friend of the show, Buish, streams of Old Man Halo. We specifically played Action Sack on Halo 1 and played Hellbringers and Muskets. We had one oddball round, I think. Yeah.
We won that one.
Oh, Renee knows Snafu. It's not a spammer. Okay.
Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah, so that team was like brutal. They destroyed us on Fiesta like the previous 2 rounds, and then we got them on oddball, and we actually won oddball. We had a couple good moments where we were able to cook the skull and like really put a lead on them. There's a clip, and since it's recorded on Twitch, you can go back and watch. You can watch the whole 3 hours if you just need something on in the background. But there was a clip that I showed Boosh earlier this week. The enemy they had the skull. They threw the skull at me. I picked it up, which took away my rockets. They shot me with a rocket, so the skull went flying out, and they scooped up the skull right after that. And it happened in like 3 seconds.
It was like football where they you fumble the ball and it goes right into their hand.
Yeah, especially Blitz, like you just hear the turnover thing over and over.
Blitz is nonstop.
Oh my god!
Turnovers.
And I said during the stream, I'm like, sure, it's a total pro move is to throw the skull at me and take my gun away and then murder me. And it was so fast, like I feel like if I was that close to him, I would have blown to a million pieces. But I don't think it was aggravating. Boosh got dropped from 1 round, which was stupid.
Banned.
Yeah, he got the 10-minute ban from 1 round just for not loading in, so they still haven't.
Deservingly so.
Yeah, we decided not deservedly so. We were hoping the reconnects thing would connect him in there, but we just waited that 10 minutes.
I mean, it worked when I reconnected. It's weird that it just like, nope, his ass is banned.
it did immediately, and it didn't even allow him
Yeah.
in for the reconnects, which it usually recognizes like, hey, this person got booted accidentally. They didn't quit or anything. But it said he quit, so we got banned, temporarily banned from matchmaking, the phrase we all know and love.
Are we sure Bush is a legit player? You sure he's not doing stuff on the side on that?
Oh, boy.
No, it just picks and chooses, man.
Big time. I don't know, we had fun. Bush mentioned putting zones in there, like the King of the Hill one, and for some reason, I thought that was an action sack, but I guess we have to add that, because there's some really good maps where you can do...
I don't think I've ever played zones.
Oh, an action sack? Okay. Next time we queue it up.
That's usually all you play. It's usually just fucking muskets and the fucking room. Protect the room.
Yeah, we had some good musket rounds, though.
What is that, Inferno? What's the name of the room? How many times we played that room?
Chillron. Chillron is...
Chillron, yeah.
But we also have a room in... what is that one? Is it Wizard? We had Cannon Fodder, of course. What's the room we stack up on each other at right by the portal?
I'm not doing your bullshit thing, man. No.
Oh, it's so much fun.
The totem pole.
Yeah,
yeah,
we all stack
weird,
up.
weird human centipede thing they got going on in there.
And then we had the rando with us, Brant, and we're all three of us are stacked up in that corner. The rando.
He's looking at us as he dies.
You see the rando character just like looking at us.
Somebody comes in and murders him as he watches us.
And then it's like people know we're there, and they just start chucking grenades, and the grenades end up taking you out. Boy says totem all day. It was madness in there. It was so much fun though. I missed, except for the bullshit getting kicked, Bush getting kicked. I miss some old man Halo.
Or the one match we had was Gehenna, and they had the AFK person on there, so it was just all four of us against that one person.
Yeah, and it was just
That
a
one
matter of
sucked.
like chasing them down until we could take them out. Wasn't there a way
Murder the one that was AFK.
Yeah, I think they put a way to quit in there if you were down to like if it was just two people, like 2v4, you could quit with no ban. But I don't really know that I trust that because people get
Sounds
booted.
like
people get
urban legend. I don't believe you.
Yeah. Like Bush he just didn't load into the map and they thought he quit. So I don't know if I would risk the official disconnect way to get out of there or not. Sony has reinvigorated their, it's not backwards compatibility, they're just publishing PS2 ISOs as PS4 and PS5 games. They're putting them in the PlayStation Premium tier, and they're also selling them separately at wildly different price points. I don't understand.
It's like a fucking episode of Price is Right, man. You gotta guess which one it is.
And I hadn't even looked up the Star Wars one when I sent y'all that text. So the first three to get this, like, this is the first three, right? That emulator hasn't been applied to any of the others?
Yeah. No, the other ones are native
Yeah.
on PS4, so they weren't using emulator. I think they did some kind of weird conversion to get them running on there. So this is the first time they've done PS2 because I guess they finally got the emulators to run properly. And I think the rumor going around that it was very difficult to make those PS4 ones because you had to like hard code a lot of stuff in there. And so this should hopefully maybe coerce more publishers to put PS2 games on there because I think they were all the work they had to do with the PS4 ones is why a lot of them backed out. They were like it was too much money and it wasn't enough return for it. So
Snafu says they already own those. I owned all of them but one, and that was just on I have that one on Xbox, and that was the Star Wars. So the three titles are Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which is the Pandemic developed. It's more vehicle based, right? But it still has some like on foot sections. I've never played it.
Me neither. I'm waiting for you. We do the couch.
It is couch co-op for PS2, which is this ISO, but it was also like a pack-in for the original Xbox back in the day. You would get Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds. The other game is Sly Cooper, the Thievius Raccoonus, the first game in the Sly Cooper. Or just Sly Raccoon for the European audience. And the last game...
I'm done on the hill, man.
Let me add that Star Wars is $5 on the store. Sly Cooper is $10. And leading the pack at $20 is Lara Croft Tomb Raider Legend for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think it was like $24.90 and $24.90, like 25 euros. It was something. It's super expensive in Europe too.
It's 25 euros. It's
paying.
$19.99 here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I started looking after I played Sly Cooper, I was like, this emulator is really, really good. I should support anything that comes out of that. So I looked through my collection. I have Tomb Raider Legend on the PlayStation Portable, which Cesar noted is 60 frames per second, unlike the other versions.
The de facto best version, yeah.
I have Game Sleeve Only, the GameCube version. I don't have the 360 version. If you were expecting that one to come up, I'm trying to rectify that. I have the
you don't have that one?
original Xbox version of Tomb Raider Legend, and I have the aforementioned emulated on PS5 now, lenticular copy.
Is the bonus DVD included in the emulation?
Is it? Is it like those Xbox backwards compatible ones where they add in all the bonus content? Oh, I didn't even know this was in there. Look at this.
That was pretty good.
Lithograph. Bonus Laura sticker. Okay, it's not a bonus DVD. It's just the sticker. So I do have the sticker.
Yeah,
no bonus DVD.
I thought it said DVD.
It's just a cool case with the artwork, I guess. Which this was Crystal Dynamics' first crack at Tomb Raider, and they killed it. This was an amazing game. We sold a shit ton of copies of this when it came out.
Underworld was good too, man. I like those early Tomb Raiders.
That Crystal Dynamics reboot was quality. But like Cesar said, I don't have the premium tier. I'll probably be waiting a sale on that to get that digital copy of Tomb Raider Legend.
Yeah.
But $20, it's almost like they didn't. Maybe they're gonna try the first couple weeks to just get a splash bit of those sales. But I did pick up Sly Cooper, or Sly Raccoon, as Cesar calls it, on PlayStation 2.
The only way I call it.
For $10.
I loaded up the PAL version. It's like, ooh, Sly Raccoon the way God intended.
Snafu says they have most of the PlayStation games on PS5. That's solid. And Resident Evil still premium only, I think. Wasn't it Resident Evil in like Tekken 2 or something was premium only?
Tekken 2.
Ridge Racers.
Yep. All the Ridge Racers can only be in premium. You can't purchase the...
Ridge Racer Type 4.
Yeah.
Oh, no, some of those I think they converted to purchase. I know Resident Evil is not purchasable. They could be right.
Yeah.
I have to look. I know Resident Evil is still not purchasable, but I remember they converted like the Tekken PSP and this Soul Calibur PSP to purchasable. Oh, you can purchase it. Yeah. So it's weird how they do it. Some of those things are subscription only. I think that's what they're referring to.
Thanks, Snafu. If you have Steam or GOG, Snafu says it's $1 on those respective consoles. But I fired that up. I was actually talking to Cesar, kind of waiting on the show to kick off last night, but we had a delay. And we were just kind of going through...
For no particular reason.
Yeah, no particular reason. It wasn't Brant's fault or anything.
No particular reason.
Thanks, Brant. And,
No, Brant said I was ready. Like, I said I was ready. Y'all fuckers canceled on me.
So I started messing around in the settings, and I have extensive experience with Sly on PS2 and the PS3 version, right? And at first I wasn't impressed with the video modes on this emulation. There's 4 that you can pick from. It's like, was it Modern Arcade and then like Modern Classic and Arcade Classic or something like that?
It's like Modern and Arcade, yeah.
And the Modern ones just apply some sort of smoothing filter, and it's okay. It doesn't... I'm playing on an OLED, so it's a PS2 game on OLED.
For the generation has not played in CRT.
Yeah. So then tried Arcade Classic, which put some scan lines on there, but then it was Modern Arcade, right? Was that
the... Yeah, Modern Arcade. That's the one that had that little hue in there that makes it look like it's a fucking CRT.
Sweet spot, man. They did a great job with the emulation filters on this. And then that Sly one on PS2 is only... You can't invert the sticks, right? This emulator lets you...
God, you can only do up and down, man. I can't... I had to get used to going left to go right and go right to go left, and it drove me insane, man. I can't.
But this one lets you switch over the sticks on the emulation on this one. I was like, yes, I could play Sly Cooper the proper way, Sly Raccoon the proper way. And I've unlocked. I'm in that first world. You start off stealing the Thievius Raccoonus and
Rayleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, you're fighting Rayleigh the frog, the bullfrog. But you start off stealing the Thievius Raccoonus from the bazooka-laden Carmelita Fox, and you run from her kind of in the beginning, and it looks so... You spend maybe... Just like playing an N64 game or something like that, you spend maybe 30 seconds of like... This looks older. There's some... Gaming has come a little bit further than that, and then you're immersed, man. You're in it. And the platforming and stuff is so tight in this game. It's so good. I'm loving it. And you can see it's an early PS2 game, right? Some of the enemies, like the way... Remember in Crash Bandicoot 3, like that first level you had with... like you're riding something, right? And the enemies, you have to kind of time, like the knight's sword, the way he swings the sword and stuff. There's enemies that you kind of come up on in Sly Cooper where you're doing that, Sonic's ass is what the Crash team called it, where you're going like you're going away from the camera. You're going towards the... Something wrong with the audio, Brant? But as you're moving, no. as you're like moving away, you have to time the enemies, like the 3D radius, like where they're going to attack you. Either swing a hammer or like blow fire or something like that. But Sly Cooper will give you, or Sly Raccoon, as Cesar likes to call it. Snafu says, did they fix the PS2 emulation? It's awesome in this new build. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
The rewind feature is there, which is what I was getting at. So
I never died in the game.
So currently,
I don't care what anybody says, I've never died.
Currently, I'm also the world's greatest Sly Cooper player because every little bullshit fall or anything that would cause me to lose my little horseshoe like extra life thing, you just hit the start button, like the actual. It's not the start button on PS5. What is that? The little
touchpad, I believe. Touchpad.
Options.
Yeah, you hit options on this because this on the PS2 emulation that's actually start and select, but you actually hit options,
right.
and then you can move back a certain amount of time. And I usually just go one square back, and that puts me to the point where I didn't fuck up. And I've yet to die. I've yet to lose my little horseshoe thing. So
I'm invisible in that game. Yeah.
Man, this is the way to go through those games. They were made to make you backtrack and learn and just die these stupid deaths and stuff, and to be able to just like get past that and just rewind and like, okay, this is where the hitbox is on that thing. We talk about the hitboxes on Crash Bandicoot. This is where the hitbox is on that thing. I guess I can get clear of that. And it's just, man, it's awesome. The cell shading still holds up. I knew it would in 2002 or whenever this came out. Just like Wind Waker, the cell shading is gorgeous on this game. Sounds a lot of fun. Cesar and I were talking about this. We forgot Bentley was an asshole. The little turtle character, he's a jerk.
That's aggressive, man.
He treats you like you're. It's almost like Uncharted, where you're.
What was
you're
it?
Loose
He said
partners. Yeah.
Partner
in quotations, like he doesn't really wish you were his partner or something. He's just like, he's antagonistic over that radio. He's trying to help you, but he's a dick. But that game is just.
How many times they tell you hit the circle button? Hit the circle button.
Yeah. Be hitting the circle button in my dreams to grab onto ladders and hook onto the things above me and swing across chasms. And what else does Circle do? Oh, mashes you up against the side of the building. Mm-hmm. Circle does everything in that game. Oh, but it's good so far. And this is the way to play this game. This is the de facto. This is $10 easily well spent. And I will get the rest of this.
Not too expensive.
Yeah, I'll get the rest of the Sly games, Ratchet, Jack, whatever we get in this format with this quick rewind. And what's still mind blowing to me, I'm almost done. I'll hand it off to you guys. What's still mind blowing to me is like when I first got into gaming and emulation was like newer on the scene and like SNES 9X and stuff like that was out, right? It was crazy that you could stop, say like Super Mario World or Chrono Trigger or something like that in the middle of the game and you could just have a save state. Here it is. I'll come back to this. I didn't have to get to a save point. I didn't have to beat this world. I didn't have to get to a Yoshi house. Like whatever the criteria was for a save place, you could just save wherever. And to me, it's insane that you can do it now with a 3D game and something of the depth and the world building and just even in the middle of the level of a Sly Cooper quality game. It just, to me, it shows. That's one of those things that like shows how far we've come. And to be able to rewind it, like, oops, I fell off this stupid thing. I don't have to start this whole level over again. I hit rewind and I'm right back where I was. And it's an awesome way to be able to play games these days. I will be supporting the hell out of that PS2 stuff. As soon as that Tomb Raider one drops, I'm getting those.
Getting that Ghost Hunter, man. Ghost Hunter should be $10.
I'm hoping Ghost Hunter's $10 because I don't want to pay $70 on eBay. But yes, Snafu, hopefully that is a good explanation of the PS2 emulation. It is top tier. It is akin to SNES 9X, those same feature set and things that you would want from there. And I'm happy with I've settled on a video filter. There's 4 total, and you can kind of mix and match and see what you like. I think it's a good blend of all of them. But that Modern Classic, was it Modern Classic or Arcade Modern? Modern Classic.
Arcade
it's the
Modern,
fourth one. It's the fourth one down, right?
It's the bottom one. It's the last option.
Go to that bottom one. Option. It's exactly how that game should look.
If you're a two TV player, that's the closest you'll get to it. So
that's it for me. Old Man Halo and Old Man Sly Raccoonus.
I did hear that although the Tomb Raider collection is like the most expensive, the emulation is not the greatest on that title.
What's off on it?
So I don't know. I've just heard it's just not it's like not smooth. And
interesting.
So
not the case.
Kind of like
the case with Sly Cooper. If you were worried,
yeah, I've heard Sly Cooper runs very, very well. But obviously, they've had this emulator in the works for a minute, So, with this being like the first major release for these titles to actually be on here and run natively, rather than going through the PS4 conversion, then doing
Right.
backwards compatibility for PS5, they're going to have a few bugs here and there, I'm sure, but they'll iron it out. I mean, because I know that what was the issue with Legend of Dragoon that they had? Wasn't there like something wrong with like save state could be corrupted or something?
I feel like it was a data corruption thing.
So they got on it pretty damn quick. So
I mean, that's a good thing about this. It's a good thing with emulators. You can patch those. It's not like the hard coding the PS4, like you said. So where you're doing the conversion. So
Snafu says is Jack on there now, booting up now. No, Jack and Daxter, none of those, and it hasn't converted any of the old ones yet either that you've checked, right, Cesar?
No, those are PS4 native.
So just kind of be on the lookout. Hopefully they're announcing these on the regular. I would love to have a weekly or bi-weekly unveiling of these outside of just... I mean, I guess it's going to be the PlayStation Premium titles they announce, right?
Yeah, because I think this month is what the Lego Star Wars was PSP, Ghost Hunter was PS2, and Daxter's PSP. So
Ghost Hunter and Daxter are some pretty solid titles. Snafu, if you never played the PSP offshoot Jack and Daxter, it's just starring Daxter with like a bug zapper. That is an incredible game for the PSP. Was it?
This would be the better way of playing it too, since you actually have a second analog stick. So.
Yeah. Was that Bend or Ready at Dawn? That was Bend Studio, wasn't it? Ready at Dawn was God of War games. Brant reaches for copy of Daxter.
He has one handy.
I think it's Bend. I think it's the Siphon Filter people, but something in me's thinking Ready at Dawn. It is... Can't tell. Ready at Dawn.
Ready at Dawn.
Yeah.
Famed Meta VR developer. There's Buish saying, yay, Daxter. He just beat Daxter. It's a good game.
Beat it again. Beat it again.
Trying to talk Buish into PS5 at some point. And then he can get a hold of some of these classics.
Play some Helldivers.
And Helldivers. Helldivers is madness. Yep. I need to get back to Helldivers.
Nothing to add to what you said. I mean, I also play Sly Raccoon. I'm a little bit further than you. I'm down in that grave, man.
I'm okay with it. What is it in Japan? Is it different than Sly Raccoon or Sly Cooper?
I think it's Sly Cooper. I think I gotta look at the kanji.
Devious Raccoonus.
I mean, I'm a little bit further than you. I'm in Utah, going against Mad Dog. I've already been the Rayleigh's area in Wales, completed everything. Have yet to die.
I'm missing some bottles. Have you gotten all the bottles everywhere?
I have.
I can't figure it out. I haven't gotten a full amount of bottles on any of the levels, and I can't understand where.
I don't know. Some of you just got to find they're hidden in there.
Yeah. You listen for them. You hear them bopping around. So you just walk, and you'll hear them like tink, tink.
I'm not playing with
tink,
headphones.
so
I wonder if I need to cut my headphones on.
Yeah. The only issue I have with the rewind is that I'm at the part where I have to do that bullshit Murray mini games where like, it's not be a sniper and get Murray across the building, which is fine. The only one that I'm having a hard time with now is the racing game with Murray where you have to race and to win the key, which you can't do with the rewind. I just keep coming in second place, and I was like, that's enough for the night. I ain't gonna do that anymore. So. And that's about as far as I got in that one. I did play the Tomb Raider 1. Tomb Raider 1, I have yet to die in Tomb Raider also for various reasons.
Invincible Lara Croft.
I'm invincible. I have no idea. It's crazy. I see all these traps. It's like, man, I just know how to get past all of them instantly.
Might have just seen how they explode 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, it plays fine. I mean, I've beaten the first level, which is, I think, Bolivia. I can't remember what it was. So, I mean, I've never played this one before. I think this kind of does that weird backstory where something happened to Laura's mom and she disappears, and it ties into Laura's looking for this sword that may have a connection to how to get to her mom again. And so it's very
tied to the Croft family.
It reminds me very much of like early 2000s action films like Mission Impossible 2, and it's very much done in those type of veins. That is definitely that era. So if you like that type of stuff, it's something you might pick up on. Because I think last I left before I stopped playing was Paradiso. I got to go over there and meet up with somebody who may have a clue that leads to another clue that leads to another clue.
Always does.
Uh,
Benjamin Gates taught me that.
yeah. And I have not played the Star Wars one. I think I fired it up, went to the title menu, and I saw the couch co-op stuff, and I was like, I wonder if I can play this multiplayer, and then I killed it. So, but I mean, for me, I think outside of the Halo we played with Wish, which I mean, I don't think anything different than what you said.
Oh man, Halo.
Heard. That's it for me. I'll kick it over to Brant, who probably put in 600 hours in Pokemon Sun and Moon.
That's always a new one. Oh, the Brant lore is better and better with the Pokemon.
As always, life finds a way to get in the way. So I've actually never didn't get to play anything this past week. So I wish I had. And I definitely was tempted after all of those. All of the PS2 games went live. Kingdom Hearts went live this week on Steam, and all of those SKUs are on sale right now.
Did you buy it?
I am strongly contemplating buying that whole pack because it's like under $70.
68, I think.
I paid 56. I paid 56.
But I have it on everything. I
Where-
already have it on so many other things I could play it on. Is it for the convenience of Steam Deck?
Steam Deck.
And they're like 40%. That whole collection is like 40% off if you get that big
If
SKU.
fucking Brand bought it because he literally just beat 1 and 2 recently, then you know what's up.
I might look at the humble
I'm
thing.
so close to getting it.
I did it, so
Join Cesar.
join me.
It's probably gonna happen.
How did they
I
play
also
on
did
Steam
that. I
Deck?
also bought.
Have y'all seen any videos or anything?
I think it's verified.
I know it's verified.
I haven't
Yeah,
played
they're
it,
Steam Deck verified.
Yeah.
Hopefully, okay.
Always Kingdom Hearts.
But yeah, that's it.
That's it for us.
And I bought the Dead Space on the Steam. That was also on sale.
How much was that? It was like 17.
$17.99. Yeah, which runs great on Steam Deck as well. I was like, fuck
I
it.
need to
let's
see
go.
if that's on sale on Humble. Y'all might convince me between those two. Throw it together.
I just want Richard to lose at every asteroid level.
I hate that fucking asteroid defense mission. It killed it. I was enjoying that game. I had to stop playing. I was like, fuck this game. I failed it over and over and over, and that's exactly where I'm at. It's like, I don't want to just show up and fail this stupid asteroid thing. Renee says he's playing more Eternites on Steam. I'm enjoying it more and more. I'm creating a harem. Harem. Oh, okay. Oh, it is that type of game, right? Harem cultivation.
Richard's like, why is he creating a person named Herm?
Herm Edwards? Creating a Herm Edwards.
It's a weird.
Renee wants Dead Space 2 with the whole eyeball test thing.
Ooh.
An eye exam.
Minister an eye exam.
Oh, Boisha's playing Wolfenstein New Order. One I played extensively last year on Steam Deck and thoroughly enjoyed. He's benefiting that through the Bethesda Game Pass integration. Highly recommend Wolfenstein New Order if nobody's playing it. Is that it for us?
Yeah, I think
Believe
that's
so.
We're gonna play some Old Man Halo? Is that what you downloaded, Brant? We're gonna switch to Old Man Halo?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, we saw Brent take 2 hours of downloading. We're definitely playing it. Can't leave him hanging.
I'm pretty tired. You guys can go. No, I think I'll jump on there with y'all. Boish, see if Boish wants to play some Old Man Halo. Is that it for
What's
us?
he doing?
I think that's it.
Nothing else to add?
Weesh, respond. Blink twice.
Boish, let us know in the chat.
Weesh, blink
He
twice.
just yells Wolfenstein like, yes, I'm gonna throw you a Wolfenstein bone, but you're not here to add
then he
Wolfenstein
closes-
thoughts.
Then he closes the chat after that. He's like, Wolfenstein
Yeah,
just
I'm outta
closed
here.
the stream.
He's like, that's what he's telling us he's going to play. It's just yelling Wolfenstein and he's out.
As we flood him with invites.
Yeah, party invites.
He said he says he might.
I see that. Might play Old Man Halo. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
See you.
Adios.